Welcome to another episode of Entrepreneurs on Fuego. We're the #1 multimedia broadcast show for entrepreneurs in the world, and we're documenting the journey of incredible entrepreneurs. Angela Sticca Snyder, how are you?
I am amazing today. How are you?
I am just jazzed by your necklace.
Thank you.
I had to give you that compliment first
you.
and foremost. I mean, it's just wonderful. It's beautiful.
Thank you. It's big and bold, just like I am, and just like we are with our clients. We are big and bold.
And your clients from your beautiful company, you're the CEO and founder of TAXANISTA.
Correct.
That's
Yes.
a great name.
I love the name.
How did you come up with that name? I got to know.
You know what? I wish I had a great story. I really don't. I can make one up if you want. But actually, a friend of mine at the time had come up with Entreprenista, and Entreprenista.
Okay.
And I just, we're different than most firms. We're fun. We're down to earth. We're a little bit different, casual. And I thought,
Right.
let's make this fun because taxes, you have to deal with it. So why not make it fun?
Why not make it fun? And so you come up with the name TAXANISTA.
Yeah.
And all right, so people will say, that there are so many people around this time of the year that they're just preparing taxes. It's kind of a wholesale operation, everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But you have a different differentiation. Not only as fun, but what else do you do that makes you different from other folks?
Very good question. A lot of what makes us different is that we're very proactive with our clients.
Right.
We're not reactive. Unfortunately, new clients, if they come to us and they've done something, then we're reactive.
Right.
But we like to go ahead and reach out to them throughout the year and make sure that they are educated and they understand. We talk with our clients.
How difficult is that process, though? Because
hard.
It's hard, right? Because you have dozens and dozens, hundreds and hundreds, thousands of clients. That personal attention that we all talk about, right? I mean, it's on every networking meeting. You have to have that personal attention. You have to have that. But it's hard once you hit or once you grow to a point where it is almost physically impossible to reach on a one-on-one basis without sounding like an automaton. You have to be able to do something different from other people. That personal touch becomes so difficult.
It does, however, it's amazing. I can remember the smallest detail about clients. So they'll come in and we may only see each other if they don't have a small business. I know we talk about a lot of entrepreneurs here,
Yes.
right? And the majority of our client base is entrepreneurs. So they do happen to call us throughout the year. But when they come in and sit down, if it's somebody I only see once a year, it's surprising how much I actually remember from, when somebody got married or somebody had a baby or this or that, and they really just feel and they connect with
It's a family.
me. Yeah, it's
a family.
It's a relationship.
It's a relationship as a family. I mean, as banal as it may sound, but it is, because you can't help but when you're building these relationships for years and years and years, they're coming back to you for the taxes. You see their growth. You see the baby that is coming. I mean, it's just an entire growth. So that is fantastic. That is fabulous about perhaps just doing a return for a family, right? Because it's just growing. You're seeing them grow.
Yeah, and the more you get to know them and the more you learn about them, the more you can help them. So even though I'm asking them questions, I am asking because I care, but I'm also asking because, are they looking to sell that house? Are they going to rent? Are they going to start a business? Because it will generate other questions for me to be able to help.
You know what, it occurred to me? It occurs to me that you could probably just, if you were a computer, you could do those taxes maybe in, I don't know, maybe 35 minutes or so. But because of the personal relationship, you're probably there for about 4 or 5 hours, like a therapist, just listen to all these things, right?
Outside of tax season, yes. 4 or 5 hours. But we always have a box of Kleenexes because they may come in crying, but they leave smiling. And they leave realizing, there is a way out. We can always help them. It's not doom and disaster. It's only doom and disaster if you stick your head in the sand and you don't open envelopes.
What's the one thing that we should be aware of during this tax season as people filing taxes? What is the one thing that we must be aware that you recommend everybody to do?
Definitely file. Entrepreneurs are the worst when it comes to filing, okay?
We filed extension.
We file extensions or we don't file extensions and then we don't file for years. Okay, that's very common for entrepreneurs.
All right.
People think that if they can't afford to pay, then they don't file. All right, you want that statute of limitations clock counting immediately. So file. You can't pay? I don't care. You just get filed. We can deal with putting the IRS at bay as far as if you really truly can't afford to make your payments right now. But we want that 10-year statute of limitations clock counting as soon as possible.
Wow, that's key. That is huge. That is very, very, very big. And I just wonder, how many entrepreneurs really know that little piece of information I didn't know.
Yeah, just get filed. Get filed. We can get you an uncollectible status. We can get you on a small payment plan, very small if need be.
Why? Let's talk about your journey as an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Why not a doctor? Why not an attorney? Why not
I
a
don't
life
know.
coach? Why
know what?
this profession?
I've always known I wanted to be an accountant. I always loved numbers.
Wait.
I
You're growing
did.
up. You're growing up as a little girl.
As
You're
a
playing with
little
your-
girl.
You're playing with Barbies and everything else, and
No.
you're pretending that the Barbie is an accountant. Come on now.
No, I had Barbies, but I also had an inventory system of Halloween candy and all my stuff. And I would create little tally sheets and organize it all, okay? And then I would sell it with the neighborhood friends, and we would swap it, and I'd update my little tally sheets.
You're cute.
I'm
Really?
not. I really love numbers.
So from the
And
beginning,
from
your-
the beginning. From the beginning. And so it's hard for me when people say, I don't really know what I want to do, because I always knew I wanted to do this. In fact, I took a year off and I went to culinary school.
Yes.
And I love to cook, but it's hard. It is so hard, I can't do it.
I mean,
And taxes, though, I can do.
well, because I was going to say, if I were to ask one of our beautiful chefs that have been here in the show, they would
Yeah.
probably have a different opinion. They would probably
They
say, I could I'm just terrible at numbers, but I love to cook. And it comes easy to them.
Yeah.
But in many ways, cooking is just about putting certain numbers, certain portions of ingredients
Well,
together as well.
yeah, but they're pretty talented, too.
What is your end goal as an entrepreneur owning TAXANISTA? Do you plan to
Yeah.
open up different branches? Do you want to just stay where you are? What is it?
That's a great question. Right now we're licensed in all 50 states. We have one physical location, but we're currently servicing clients in over 30 states.
Wow.
And we've got a rather large client base. So although we do love our local clients,
Sure.
it's really national clients as well. I'm so proud to say my son is probably going to continue on in accounting. We'll find out once he gets into his first, accounting class at ASU. But but that's his goal.
It's probably the
his goal.
genes.
And he's been working, for me for a little while. So my goal is to really create a legacy and have this as an opportunity not only for eventual employee ownership, but for also to offer this out to my son if he's interested in joining the business.
You must have had somebody that you looked up to that inspired you. I know that you had that passion since you were a little girl to be in accounting, but you must have had somebody that you admire that you said, I want to be like him or I want to be like her. Who was that?
Well, there's two people. I have my work ethic from my mother, because she was a single mom at the time. My natural father passed away, and so she worked 7 days a week. When you're a secretary with 2 kids, you work, right? So she worked all the time, and that's the role model I saw, but she was happy. And so even though she was a secretary, she was still happy working all the time.
She defined success in a much different way,
Different
perhaps
way.
that you would right now.
Yes, but I'm happy too.
Right.
I'm happy. I enjoy what I'm doing.
Sure.
It's not about the money, because if it's about the money, you're not in it for the right reasons.
Got it.
You're not. And then my father, it was my stepfather, but he became my father. He has since passed away, but he always believed in me, always. And so he's the reason why I've gone this far.
Best advice you're going to give our entrepreneurs?
Best advice for entrepreneurs is don't be afraid. Keep things somewhat organized. Get filed. You're not alone. I could give you stories that would show you you're not alone.
That right there,
Yeah.
that is huge. You're not alone, because we all think, oh, I'm not going to file because I'm going to.
You'd be shocked. You'd be shocked. I can't wait to retire to write a book.
Well, we're going to have to pick this up at the radio station because we're going to do a radio interview with you. And so
Okay.
we'll just expand because
Yeah.
I want to hear some stories.
Oh, boy.
And I'm sure you have them.
I do.
Angela, thank you so much. Angela Sticca Snyder, you're phenomenal. Thank you so much.
Thank
With
you
that,
so much.
We're out.